Hi, I'm Phil Thompson. Thanks for joining me for Phil's Finance Fix. Today is the first video in our shares versus property series, and I'm going to be talking about the difference in purchasing between property and shares. So through this video series, I'll be touching base on a few issues relating to buying and selling the investments, such as the cost, taxes, and difference between borrowing. However, this video specifically talks about the two biggest differences between buying property and shares. So one is the once-off purchase, and the other one is the gradual investments over time, which we finance people like to call dollar cost averaging. So the high cost of property obviously lends itself towards a once-off purchase, as you can't buy the one property in 60 monthly installments over a 5-year period, nor is it likely for anyone to buy an investment property one every month for the next 20 years. While shares, on the other hand, has a low entry price and therefore lends itself to either option of the large once-off purchase or purchasing shares over several months or years. So the reasoning behind dollar cost averaging is to reduce the risk of purchasing an asset at a high level by spreading that investment over time. So I like to think of purchasing an asset as a large once-off, similar to a wedding day. So if the weather is perfect, family and food is great, and the dress is perfect, then it's like buying an asset at a low price. However, if the wedding day is pouring with rain and you have a drunken family member, food is cold, and the dress was ordered from China, then it can be a horrible experience, which is similar as buying an asset at high market level. However, if we then look at dollar cost averaging, which I see as the same as 60 different dates with your partner, it won't really matter anywhere near as much if it rained on a few of the dates, or if you go to the cinema and someone's talking the whole time, as long as overall the dates are good. So being a financial planner, I like to explain things using numbers as well. So for example, if someone invested $100,000 into the ASX at the peak of the market in 2007 and left it there and didn't touch it, it'd be worth around $90,000 today. While if someone invested at $10,000 and then $1,000 per month up until March this year, the total amount invested would still be that $100,000, while their value of the investment would be worth around $121,000. So that shows that a volatile market, dollar cost averaging can be beneficial. While if we look at an example entering the market when the markets were low and having steady growth around May 2012 up until March this year, the person who invested $100,000, the investment balance would be around $144,000 up until March. While the person who puts $10,000 initial investment and then invests $90,000 over the next few months up until March, the investment will be around $118,000. So as you can see, the benefits and disadvantages of each investment style is very dependent on the market after you're purchasing the investment, and therefore it's impossible to say which style of investing is better. However, I will put a big tick in the share column purely based on the flexibility of being able to choose which investment style suits the individual best. Thanks heaps for watching, and I hope you can watch next week's episode 2 on our share versus property series, where I'll be talking about volatility and diversity of each investment, why it's important and what type of investor does it suit. So if you would like to watch these videos and you want them emailed to you directly, you can do this by subscribing to the YouTube channel and then click on the cogwheel and tick send me updates. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week.